my name is Hannah. I'm a therapist at Love Heal Grow in Sacramento, California. My clients come in and they want to process things that maybe have happened to them a long time ago and they're noticing that it's impacting their current relationships, or maybe they felt like they got over something and now they're feeling really triggered, or things are coming up, or they have a really hard time connecting to their emotions. Clients are often afraid of starting therapy. They might be really anxious, feel really guarded, feel really worried about sharing emotions with a stranger or telling about something that happened to them. It's really normal to have that sense of fear and anxiety in the therapy room. I like to tell clients that they're in the driver's seat and I'm just along for the ride. So anytime we get to something that feels like, whoa, we need to hit the brakes, the client can shift the gears. So they can decide what we talk about, when we talk about it, and if they want to answer a question, if they don't want to answer it, they get to decide what that looks like, and we can switch gears whenever. I think that sometimes clients come in and they're feeling like, am I the only one that feels this way? This has just happened to me, am I crazy? A lot of different things, really isolating, and I think there's a lot of isolation that comes with trauma. And a big part of the therapy can be normalizing it and giving kind of an explanation and some education about what trauma is and how it works, and you're not alone. And coming to therapy after experiencing trauma is a really scary thing to do. So that is such a huge step, and that's a growth in itself.
Prior to working at Love Heal Grow, what type of work did you do?
Before I came to Love Heal Grow, I was working in nonprofits providing therapy to people who've experienced child abuse, sexual abuse, domestic violence, and human trafficking. People who've experienced those really big traumas absolutely get better, making sense of what happened to them, finding healing through support and processing their emotions, and learning about how it affects them on day-to-day life. All of those things can improve with time, and a lot of times people come in and they think that, can this get better? Can anyone even help me? Am I damaged? Am I broken? And that absolutely sees an improvement with therapy. What to expect in working with me? I like to take things at your pace. If you want to share everything in the beginning and rip the Band-Aid off and then work from there, that's fine. If you want to take it really slow and give little bits at a time, that's also fine. And I will probably ask you how you feel about things, and I might push you a little bit and kind of to explore your feelings, and kind of learning about how it impacts you physically. And our emotions are held in our bodies, so we might explore the physical impact and the emotional impact of your trauma. I think when you're doing trauma work, it often feels worse before it feels better. I always say that clients often pack things up in a nice little box and put it on the shelf, and then in therapy we're kind of shaking that box. It's a little earthquake and it falls off the shelf. So it can often feel worse at first because you're opening all these deep wounds. But then as we kind of reorganize those, I like to imagine that we're reorganizing into different boxes and sorting through it and getting re-familiar with it. It becomes less scary, it becomes less of a secret, it becomes less intimidating, and it starts to feel better, it starts to feel more manageable. My biggest hope for my clients is that they find the compassion for themselves and are able to heal through the shame. I think that trauma comes with a lot of shame and, again, isolation, and through connection and therapy, I think that we're able to build on self-compassion and being able to look back at their past self through a compassionate lens and seeing like, okay, I did what I needed to do to survive, and that's okay, and I'm learning new things now and continue to grow.